Hello, welcome to this week's problem of the week. So in this problem, we're starting at 0. We want to get to 100 in 4 seconds. In each second, we're allowed to take a step on the condition that the step is a value of, or we're adding, subtracting, a value of n factorial, where n is a positive integer. So we need to figure out how we can get from 0 to 100 in 4 steps, where each step we're either adding or subtracting some value of n factorial. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what the steps could be. And so we know that since the numbers are in n factorial, we have to have a step of at least 5 factorial. So we need a step of at least 5 factorial because 4 factorial times 4 will be less than 100. So we'll be unable to get to 100 if we have only steps less than 5 factorial. But then also we can't have a step that is 6 factorial or greater because 6 factorial is equal to 720. And with 720, you'll have 3 additional steps. The number less than 6 factorial is 5 factorial, which is 120. And so 720 minus 3 times 5 factorial is going to be greater than 100. So we can't have any steps greater than or greater than or equal to 6 factorial. So given that we have to have a step of greater than or equal to 5 factorial and less than 6 factorial, we can say that one of the steps has to be 5 factorial. So now we know that 5 factorial is going to be equal to 120. And so now we look at what a potential other step could be. And we know that the value of 3 factorial is equal to 6, and 3 times 6 is 18. And since 120 minus 18 is greater than 100, we know the next step has to be, or it cannot be equal to or less than 3 factorial, because then we will not get to 100 in 4 steps. So we know that subtracting 4 factorial has to be a step as well. So now that we have these 2 potential steps where they are added together, 120 minus 24 is equal to 96. And from this step, we can go one of 2 possible routes. So the first route is to add 2 factorial add 2 factorial twice. 120 minus 24 plus 2 is equal to 100. And the other option is to add 3 factorial, which is equal to 6, and subtract 2 factorial to end up with 100. So these are the 2 possible paths, or the 2 possible combinations of steps we can take to get to 104 steps. And now we need to figure out how many ways we can arrange these steps in order to get to 100. So for now, it's just counting the number of ways we can do it. There are 2 cases. Each of them have 4 steps. They can go in any order. And so now we'll count them. So case 1 is where we add 2 factorial twice. And so when we count the number of ways, we have 4 options. So we have 4 factorial on top, and we divide that by 2 factorial to account for the fact that adding 2 factorial is a repeated step. So when you do this math out, you get 12 ways to get to 100 using these 4 steps. And so now for case 2, we'll look at these 4 steps and use the same sort of method to get there. So we have 4 unique steps: adding 5 factorial, subtracting 4 factorial, adding 3 factorial, and subtracting 2 factorial. So the 4 unique ways, we can arrange them in any order we want to. So we end up with 4 factorial being the number of ways to arrange these steps, which equals 24. So once you've done this, these are the only 2 possible cases. So from there, you just add them up together, and we find that there are 36 ways to get from 0 to 100 in only 4 steps. Thank you so much for watching this week's solution. Be sure to check out the blog for the written out solution. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the website, centerofmath.org, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.